Good morning, Mr. Pradeep. We will be presenting about Gap360 Part 2 today. I'm Eleanor and this is Fong Jun Kang, my team member. I'll start my presentation now. First of all, I would like to highlight the SWOT analysis of Gap360 and also a way of introducing Gap360. As you can see here, the strengths, I have identified that they do a very good job in customizing their plans, their traveling plans for their customers, and also their one-to-one personal communication with them in order to design the best plan for their customers. And also they have a wide range of programs targeting their targeted their customer market, which is also their the millennials. So they have extreme activities like swimming in the ocean, skydiving, a whole year of gap traveling with other countries like Africa, Asia, Europe. Their weaknesses, however, is that their products are only offered to their targeted customers, which is millennials, and they are targeting only one group of customers. And also, they do not offer domestic travels within the UK, which is the current trend right now, as you will see as I explain later. Their opportunity, as we will explain further into detail after this, is to expand it further and focus more on other profitable markets such as China. And also we would like Gap360 to target their other customer base such as Gen Y and also baby boomers. Their threats, as I will explain into detail later, is that right now Brexit is happening, and because Gap360 is a UK-based company, there will be multiple barriers of entry amongst other EU countries, and there will be challenges such as non-freedom of movements principle that will be eradicated after their EU membership has been expired. We can see here as a year-on-year comparison, visits abroad by the UK citizens are diminishing slowly and slowly. You can see here from the year 2012, the third quarter of 2012 to the third quarter of 2017, it has been a roller coaster ride, but you can see that it has been slowly dropping, has been slowly declining as the year goes. And there is a comparison between the third quarter of 2017 and third quarter of 2016. You can see that even though holiday visits and visits to friends and relatives, and also the night spent in Europe, has increased an average of 0.6 to 1.2%, you can see that there is a big drop compared to the increment in the night spent in other countries overseas of 13.4%, which is a huge drop compared, even though there is an increment. You can see here that there is a summary of why UK is the major destination in the travel industry for the UK residents. You can see here for the first category why people would like to choose UK. They will prefer UK as their travel destination, and 34% of them actually agree. 34% an average of all the age group ranging from 18 to baby boomers 65 and above. You can see also that they actually enjoy a UK holiday, so they are keen to replicate those holidays, and also that will be an average of 23% compared to the 15 and 12%. Right now, I will jump into the pastel analysis. For the political side, as I have mentioned before in the SWOT analysis, is that Brexit is currently happening. So before this, the EU membership, the people in Britain or in the UK in general, they could travel amongst other EU countries that have the EU membership without hassle and without trouble, because there is a freedom of movement between the barriers of the EU countries. However, right now, because they have chosen to exit European Union, their freedom of movement principle has been eradicated, and also their trades and travel businesses will no longer be facilitated by the freedom of movement. So this jeopardizes airlines in the UK, because now they have to increase their costs because of the visa applications, and because taxes that have been exempted previously because of the EU membership, like the air passenger duty, must be applied right now to the UK citizens because of the expiring of the EU membership. Next, Next will be economical. As you can see, that 44% and 55% of the UK citizens actually like to travel to the UK. And you can see that because of the weakening pound currency, as you can see here, it has been dropping bit by bit in the year 2017 because of Brexit and the affiliation of currency. There is an inability to travel overseas by the UK citizens because of their weakening currency. And also their employment in the UK country has been impacted. This is because most of the employment in UK has been hiring people from out of UK, which is from other EU countries. And because there is so much barriers of entry right now, because they are not an EU citizen, they are not an EU member, people are reluctant to work in the UK right now, and thus costing the employment industry. You could see that there are the direct contribution of travel and tourism sector industry. It is an increment from the people from the European Union, other countries other than the UK, has been contributing greatly to the economical sector in UK. And this sector has in the year 2014, this sector has contributed a total of 4.23 million jobs, with 1.89 million people coming from outside of UK, which is from the other countries in the Euro. And with Brexit happening, there will be a lot of challenges that is limiting the ability of this sector to provide employment to to the countries of outside of the UK. Next, we would like to look at the sociological. We could see that people that are contributing to the tourism industry in UK is not actually from the UK citizens themselves. It's actually from people of outside of UK, which is from the Euro. And with the uncertainty of the currency fluctuations, we could predict that domestic tourism will see a boost and a fluctuation in the future years. And also, according to research, domestic holidays have been overall welcomed by the UK citizens. As for technological, I would like to suggest that Gap360 use the trend right now that is the increasing trend of people using WhatsApp, FB Messenger, and WeChat compared to normal social media platforms like Instagram and Snapchat. Because nowadays, the current trend would be that customers like personalization and then like a personal touch to the products and services that they are getting. And so they would like a one-on-one chat with the people that are providing and they are producing the products and services that they are getting. And also, you can see here the focus of digital investments in the recent years is that big data is a very, very famous and welcome trend. Because with big data, Gap360 could collect data to understand their clients more and more, to understand their interests, to understand what they like, in order to customize a plan according to their taste, which will exceed their clients' expectations. Right, you could see the current positioning right now, Gap360, with all the other Gap traveling agencies in UK. I would like to point out that I do not want Gap360 to be competing with them, as my teammate would explain later why. Because we want to import our Chinese tourists into the UK in order to generate more value in the tourism industry in the UK. We would like Gap360 to collaborate with the two niche area of the UK industry, which is Flight Centre and Extreme Gap, in order to create the best of both worlds. Right now, I would like to hand it over to my teammate, Fong Jun Kan.
Good morning, Mr. Pradeep. First, let's take a look at our corporate objective. In order to overcome the growth stagnancy in the domestic market, we would like to propose 3 objectives to improve the sales and revenue with the overseas market expansion and market extension through strategic alliances with the local industries. Well, the first, the overseas market expansion, according to our research, we are trying to foresee the most profitable market to be developed. Well, obviously, United States and China are demonstrating a greater interest to visit Britain in their planning of overseas trip. However, based on the CAGR, growth on the visits, nights and spending from 2011 to 2016, China undoubtedly showcasing the most favorable and profitable market to be developed. Okay. Next, we'll take a look at the future growth. Further to the preferred destination to travel, Chinese portrays the strong interest to travel abroad to London, and which we can see a strong tendency of a repetitive travel behaviors. Besides, other popular destinations are within our package coverage, which we would like to foresee the possibility for Gap360 to cross-sell our travel packages to Chinese. Next, based on the market analysis, a few important factors that we would like to highlight in optimizing the market development plan. First, social media platforms are highly valued by Chinese in trip planning. Well, therefore, the marketing communication plan shall take the advantage of this trend to convey our message and offering to reach the targeted segments. Second, Chinese nowadays show high preference to travel with peers. Given travel information is widely available over internet, majority of the Chinese, especially the working class and the millennial, they prefer to customize the whole travel experience through multiple travel agencies. This trend is reversing the traditional travel behavior of Chinese to join a tour group by enroll themselves into an all-inclusive package, which is still popular among elderly. Next, we are foreseeing how we were able to confront the fierce competition in market penetration. Therefore, a joint venture is our first move to overcome the ambiguous area in marketing landscape and the legal barrier that may need further professional consultation. Therefore, we can work together with allies to grasp the market and the business intelligence to better design our product features and to improve our placement in the market. Hence, we are eyeing to participate in opportunities below here to achieve and outperform the rival through strategic alliances with the potential business in the UK and in China as well. Next, to take a look on the market extension. We would like to highlight some of the travel mega trends in China. First, the demographic change and new age of the individualization are explaining the preference of the travel has been changed to highlight the social identity. However, the value of money remains the most important motivational factor in trip planning. Next, take a look at the urbanization and the digital culture. Well, due to high urbanization rate, information derived from the digital channels is shifting their perspective in value to encourage expenses in a unique experience. From economical perspective, here, evolve consumption patterns. The consumption pattern of the younger generation shows their willingness to spend, but mostly on the specialties instead of uncontrollable spending. Therefore, we would like to extend our new product lines as in part 1 of mancation and womancation to the new market, featuring the uniqueness of in travel other than sightseeing. Therefore, extract from our part 1 proposition in the product development, we would like to extend to sell our new product portfolio to the new market as well. Next is strategic alliances with online travel agencies in China. Well, based on the most popular channels in trip planning in China, we are proposing to joint venture with these OTAs in China. These potential partners are not merely specialized in trip planning and booking. Also, they provide communication platforms to collect review and the feedback from customers, which can be a very useful intelligence to improve and customize our product portfolio and the communication with the prospects. Furthermore, in order to encourage spending in UK when the Chinese tourists arrive to our to UK, we are targeting to collaborate to form a collaborative marketing alliances with local businesses in UK, and based on the importance of the necessities in Eastern context, ranking by delicacy, appearance, living comfortably, then followed by connectivity, enjoyment, and well-being. Well, the above objectives are hardly to achieve its optimal result without effective communication plan. Therefore, an in-depth research has conducted to understand the communication behavior of Chinese. Well, we are noted that Chinese are seeking value for money when upon arranging the trip to UK. Well, we can have an insight of they're always seeking for promotion when initialize the searching process. And most importantly, the major searching process is heavily relied on search engine with 3 keywords of a city name, attraction name, and the shopping and food. Therefore, those within the social networks, especially forum, blog, and instant messaging app, are most likely influenced by their social peers. When we can see that in a digital context, EWOM is the most influential platforms, how they are able to spread and disseminate all the information across the market. Next, these are our recommendations to engage closely with prospects in China. Crucially, we need to have a brand identity in Chinese in order to establish intimate relationship with them. Therefore, the brand in Chinese called 走起, meaning let's go, is an example to position our brand in the China market. So these are the example of how we are able to position our brand and packages in digital platforms. For example, like this, the WeChat is a WhatsApp version in China, quite popular in China. Yeah, but this app is catering a community to grow people within a social circle. And this IM, instant messaging app, is not merely made for communication, but also cater the needs of a transactional environment where they can choose a product and select it, put in the cart, the shopping cart, and pay for it. And the other thing is sent close to the sponsorship of our content in the microblog. A banner ads will be placed, okay, to direct prospect to our transactional website. Beside that, joint venture with the OTAs, we can place our product and the content in their website. Especially, we are offer a voucher code here, which is able to give them some promotion or discount to attract traffic and increase conversion rate to our digital stores. Whereby, in transactional environment, we are focused to open our digital store in the major online shopping platforms in China, such as Taobao, Tmall, and JD.com. Well, based on the ADA model and in working with parents to understand in depth about the consumer behavior, we would like to, working together with our allies, attempt to provide the market reaction by anticipate the consumption behavior of Chinese in order to materialize our objective. So we can see that the medium actually having the objective is how we are able to interact and how we are able to direct the potential lead and the prospect to our e-commerce digital store. Well, the digital focused communication plan will be executed per below seasonal table, which we include the major holidays in China to promote our product. Meantime, to include the special occasions in UK, which we found that actually quite an attraction for them in order to promote their purchase bill. First, we have during Chinese New Year, we can work together with, to promote our product and the package in the Fashion Week. Of course, English Premier League final, where the Chinese have the ample of the travel time, they can join the special occasion in the UK as well. Lastly, this is the budget plan for the year ahead, where our focus on our budget in 2019 is on digital communication. That's all for our presentation today, and we thank you for your time to join our presentation. We hope you have a great day with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.